ABC7 Bangor.
This is ABC7 News at Noon.
We've got local reaction to last night's Super Bowl game. Good afternoon, I'm Susan Farley. One man is facing charges and another is in the hospital following an alleged knife attack in Bangor. And more wildlife in Maine has tested positive for bird flu. Thank you for joining us. We'll have more on these and other stories coming up. First, let's check in with meteorologist Conrad Sapinski. Conrad?
All right, thank you so much. Our first weather is brought to you by Luigi and Fredericks, across from Eastern Maine Medical Center, serving the greater Bangor area for over 65 years. All right, folks, remember how beautiful it was out there yesterday for Super Bowl Sunday. Wow, what a game. Today, though, we have some mostly cloudy skies with some thicker clouds that have been rolling on in. Temperatures, though, have been warming up. We did have temperatures in the teens earlier this morning. Now we are hovering at around 25 here in town and continuing to warm up. Upper 20s by the coast, and that's going to continue to be a trend as warmer air moves in. Our average high should be around 31 degrees this time of year. So today, tomorrow, 30s, not too bad. Look at Wednesday, though, 43 degrees. Surprise, look at Thursday, 52 degrees before cooler air moves in once again by next weekend. Today, though, we'll see a good amount of sunshine, some peaks of sunshine at that. For the most part, mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures around 38 degrees. Tonight, though, we will have a little bit of snow. Not a big snow event, just some scattered snow showers in the area. Temperatures will be hovering at around 21 degrees with a light breeze out of the northeast at around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Generally less than an inch of snow. Tomorrow, a couple of flurries early and then lots of sunshine later in the day. Temperatures in the mid-30s out there once again. Our hour-by-hour forecast does show temperatures start to warm up later in the day today, still hovering in the upper 30s.
Thank you, Conrad. Another Super Bowl is in the books and another Lombardi trophy for the Kansas City Chiefs after their last-minute win against the Philadelphia Eagles. Correspondent Madeline Rivera has more.
The Kansas City Chiefs beating the Philadelphia Eagles to become Super Bowl 57 champions. Sunday's nail-biter ending with a final score of 38-35. The score was tied at 35 points with about 5 minutes left in the fourth quarter. But ultimately, the Chiefs pulled ahead with a last-minute field goal to clinch victory and their third Super Bowl title.
It means a lot. I could kiss you right now, but I'm not going to do that.
Patrick Mahomes, Chiefs quarterback and Super Bowl 57 MVP, lifting the Lombardi trophy sky high.
I just want to shout out my teammates, man. We challenged each other. It took everybody to win this football game.
This win sending Chiefs fans across the country into a frenzy. But not all the action on the field was sports related, as pop and R&B legend Rihanna took the stage for the halftime show. Before banging out a set list of some of her major hits, the superstar opened her performance by rubbing her belly. A rep later confirming that Rihanna is indeed pregnant with her second child.
A special guest here to share his appreciation.
Meanwhile, before the start to Super Bowl 57, State Farm Stadium paid tribute to Buffalo Bills player Damar Hamlin and medical staff following his remarkable recovery after suffering cardiac arrest last month while playing against the Cincinnati Bengals. A victory parade for the Chiefs is scheduled for Wednesday back in Kansas City.
Ahead of our Super Bowl 57, our A.J. Douglas talked to some football fans in Bangor who seemed to be divided on which team deserved last night's win.
Ahead of the big game, I spoke to patrons at Bangor's beloved Hero Sports Grill and Entertainment Center. I asked around to see which team folks were rooting for. I definitely received some wild responses.
Kansas City, because I hate Philly.
Definitely cheering for the Eagles. I hate the Eagles, but I'm cheering for them because I don't like the Chiefs.
Philadelphia. Anybody but Kansas City.
I don't follow. I'm going for it. I'm going for the Chiefs. Why? Because my boss is voting for the Eagles.
Much to my regret. Philadelphia Eagles.
Why?
I believe that they're going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. The game will be over before it actually is.
I'm hoping the Eagles win. Honestly, I want the Chiefs to lose.
Several patrons said they come out to Heroes as a regular tradition, despite the big game.
We're community driven. You know, a lot of our customers are locals that come in day and day out. Whatever's going on in Bangor, people come come to town and see what's going on at Heroes.
Owner Quinn Parody says the sports bar and grill have been going strong for the last 13 years.
That's a great feeling, we put a lot of hard work in. My staff works hard to, make sure the customers are served.
In studio, AJ Douglas, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
2 people riding aboard a UTV in Searsmont had to be rescued Sunday morning after their vehicle crashed through ice on Bartlett Stream. Game officials say when they arrived just before 11, they found the driver and another man on top of the machine. They had been in the water for about 30 minutes and were up to their waist in water after the UTV became completely submerged. Both men were pulled to safety and treated for hypothermia. The UTV has since been recovered from the water. 1 man is facing charges and another is in the hospital following an alleged knife attack in Bangor. 40-year-old Brandon Hamilton was arrested last night after police were called to a home on Union Street. They arrived around 6 p.m. to find a man with a non-life-threatening knife wound. The man was taken to a local hospital and is in stable condition. Hamilton was arrested and charged with aggravated assault and burglary. Officials aren't saying what led to the confrontation. The incident remains under investigation. A Lewiston man faces weapons charges after an alleged incident Saturday afternoon. 32-year-old Nathaniel Eudoro was arrested just after noon at the Lewiston Armory during a recreational youth basketball game. Lieutenant Derek St. Lawrence says police believe Eudoro threatened another adult male with a firearm and that the two do have a history. Eudoro was arrested for recklessness with a firearm and criminal threatening with a dangerous weapon. Eudoro later posted bond and was released from the Androscoggin County Jail. Under bond conditions, Eudoro cannot have contact with the victim, consume alcohol, or carry a firearm. Fire destroyed a home in East Millinocket early Saturday afternoon. Fire Chief Rob McGraw says the East Millinocket Fire Department arrived at the residence on Birch Street just before 12:30 p.m. He says the first floor of the structure was already well involved and had begun to spread to the second story of the home. While the fire was contained to the home, the intense heat of the flames reportedly caused damage to the siding of neighboring houses.
With situations like this, conditions like this, it's sometimes just hard to fight the fire, and that's where we're at right now. The fire was so hot that it compromised the structure, so we can't safely put people inside. Rural aspect, especially in the colder portions, fires like this do happen.
No one was injured, but 2 cats perished in the fire, and 1 person is now displaced. The East Millinocket Fire Department determined a pellet stove to be the source of that fire. Concerned community members are still on the lookout for a man that has been missing since last June. Devin Dagnalt has that story.
Tammy Locker Scully has still not given up on the search for her son Graham Locker and has actually begun to implement unconventional methods to find him. Back in June of 2022, Graham Locker fled the Dorothy Dix Psychiatric Center and has been lost ever since. 8 months later, Scully has developed what she is calling a grassroots silver alert.
We don't know if Graham has left the state, but if he has, there's no one looking for him. There's no such thing as a regional silver alert or a national silver alert. There are databases that he's entered into as a missing person, but that is not an alert. It's not a way to get people's attention and get them looking for him.
Scully and a number of volunteers will be calling hospitals, homeless shelters, and police stations all along the I-95 corridor to alert them that Locker could be in their area. In addition to the silver alert, Scully and volunteers have created signs as direct messages to Locker. The signs tell Locker to call home and have the Latin phrase, Si vis pacem parabellum, an encouraging motto that Locker has latched onto in the past.
I know that to him it means if you want peace, you have to get strong. So we are making little signs, prayer flags, things like that, that can be hung from trees or in a window, anywhere that we think Graham might notice it and see it, asking him to call me, to come home, to get strong.
Brandy Bear in St. Louis has been volunteering to help find Locker since June, and she is optimistic about the new approach the team is taking.
I've never heard of a lot of the methods that we've used, like the road signs and hanging things from trees and painting on rocks and trying to get things at gas stations. That's above and beyond what a lot of missing people searches do. So I think it's really great we've been able to do that.
If you believe you have seen Locker, Scully says to take a video and to call 911 with any information about his whereabouts. She says Locker has autism and schizophrenia, which may cause him to be nonverbal. The reward for information that leads to a successful reunion of Locker and his family has been raised to $3,500. In Bangor, Devin Dagnall, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
Wildlife authorities in Maine say 6 wild ducks found dead in a stream in Winthrop have tested positive for bird flu. The Maine Department of Inland Fisheries and Wildlife said Friday that the ducks were found dead in Mill Stream and tested positive for the highly infectious disease. The National Veterinary Services laboratories in Iowa confirmed the strain to be the kind circulating in Maine. The strain is highly contagious and can spread and mutate between wild and domestic flocks of birds. The department said residents who raise domestic birds should contain and separate them from wild birds whenever possible. They should also be cautious about getting bird waste on clothing or boots and should sanitize thoroughly after encountering it. Coming up on ABC 7 News at noon, a bill before the legislature would make recess mandatory for middle school students. We've got the details when we return.
Having a hard time finding that perfect gift? No worries. From now until February 14th, Quality Jewelers is offering one-stop shopping for all your Valentine's Day needs. Every purchase will come with a bonus gift, and our gift package makes shopping this Valentine's Day easy. You'll get chocolates, a stuffed animal, and a Valentine's Day card to fill out. If you're looking for the easiest way to really impress that special someone, look no further than Quality Jewelers. Quality Jewelers, locally owned and operated, Penobscot Plaza, Bangor.
Every night is pizza night at Dragonfire Pizza. From wings, salads, and sides to our specialty wood-fired pizzas. You'll find everything you need to satisfy any craving by the slice or by the pie. A little slice of heaven is waiting for you at Dragonfire Pizza, Mill Mall, Ellsworth.
When Rowell's Garage in Dover Foxcroft wants to know the local forecast, they log on to foxbangor.com. Rowell's Garage has been serving customers in the greater Dover Foxcroft region since 1946. Our goal is not just selling you a vehicle, but also giving you quality service to maintain your vehicle at peak performance.
Hey, it's Eric from Green Bear 420. We've been in business since 2010 and going strong, so stop in and check us out. We specialize in glass art by over 100 local artists and even have live glass blowing. Plus, we carry incense, novelties, t-shirts, and hard-to-find items. We have tons of local products for the tie-dye wearing person in your circle of friends. Come see us at 531 Moosehead Trail in Newport. And remember, Green Bear 420, it's not just a store, it's a lifestyle.
Hey, Maine. How are you? Yes, you. How are you really? It's a question we rarely ask ourselves. But to Northern Light Health, how you are means a lot. So we're out here asking and encouraging you to ask the people in your life, starting with yourself. So ask away. Then connect with us at northernlighthealth.org/howareyu.
Living in Maine, many things stick with you throughout your life. If you're far from home or you're missing those things, then Box of Maine is for you. Shipping nationwide for corporate businesses or individuals, Box of Maine gives everyone their own personal taste of our great state. And a portion of every box we sell goes directly to local nonprofits. Have you visited the gift shop yet? Filled to the brim with everything you find in our boxes, you can pick what you need or even create your own box. Stop by for perfect Maine gifts today at Box of Maine.
You're watching ABC 7 Bangor.
A proposed bill would make recess mandatory for all middle school students in Maine. LD 156 would require school administrative districts to provide at least 20 minutes of outdoor recess, no fewer than 3 days every week. If students can't go outside because of the weather, the bill directs the schools to arrange for alternative accommodations. Representative Margaret Craven of Lewiston introduced the bill.
I was shocked that kids that are 11 and 12 years old didn't have a little break. It also gives them a little break to be able to organize their thoughts and to be able to do a little exercise.
She says students are in school for more than 7.5 hours a day and they need downtime to get fresh air and reduce stress. Craven says children find it difficult to stay seated for hours at a time, and going outdoors is a proven way to release pent-up energy. The Education and Cultural Affairs Committee will hold a session on the bill later this month. The Maine Public Utilities Commission has launched an investigation into Electricity Maine, one of the companies that provides electricity to some Central Maine Power Company customers. Maine Public Utilities Commission Chair Philip Bartlett says the group wants to know if Electricity Maine followed the proper regulations for alerting customers of a recent rate spike that led to more than 170 complaints about skyrocketing electric bills.
They have to be clear with customers so that they understand what they're paying and can opt out. They could choose to go to a different provider or back to the standard offer if the prices are unreasonable. A lot of customers didn't recall getting any kind of notice that their prices were going to go up.
According to Bartlett, all electricity ratepayers have a choice when it comes to their providers. Customers can choose between the default standard offer rate or shop around for another price. While the standard offer itself went up from roughly 11 cents to 17 cents per kilowatt hour, some Electricity Maine customers saw their rate jump to 39 cents per kilowatt hour. According to Bartlett, if Electricity Maine is found to have violated rules or state laws, they could have their license to operate in Maine revoked, and affected customers may have the opportunity for a refund. An annual winter tradition had many people eager to learn more about Maine's wildlife. Our David Ledford has the story.
They have hooves, and that's what I'm looking at. They're the hooves right in there.
Winter Fun Day kicked off Saturday at Fields Pond in Holden. Families were treated to a wide array of activities, including guided snowshoe walks, animal tracking, and ice experiments with employees from the Maine Discovery Museum.
I think in Maine during the winter, sometimes some of us have this survival mentality where we're like just trying to get through winter. And I think it's great to just pause and appreciate and get out.
Many at the center stressed the importance of incorporating education into the event, teaching kids and their parents about identifying animal tracks and studying animal pelts and skulls to learn more about Maine wildlife.
A lot of people might not see a fox or a skunk out in the wild or in their backyard, and so it's really good to teach people that these kinds of organisms and wildlife do actually exist and what we do have an actual impact on their lives.
Organizers say this is the fourth year the center has put on the event, and they believe it provides an important opportunity for young minds.
Kids seeing their adult caregivers, their parents, whoever, grandparents, out with them in nature, I think it builds that bond, but also builds that kind of ethic of being out in the outdoors.
In addition to outdoor fun, kids had the chance to make crafts indoors and meet new friends who share their love of nature. To learn more about the Fields Pond Audubon Center and Winter Fun Day, visit MaineAudubon.org. In Holden, David Ledford, ABC 7 and Fox 22 News.
After the break, we'll take a look at why you should not ignore acid reflux. We'll be right back.
At Living Innovations, we build community. You can be a part of it. We put supporting people first, and that builds a caring community within our workforce and for the people we serve. Living Innovations supports people with disabilities and has flexible work opportunities available. You could become a shared living provider and work from home, or help support people to be active in the community. To learn more, visit livinginnovations.com and check out our employment and home provider opportunities. Become a part of Living Innovations and be part of a community with a purpose.
With AAA Insurance, by bundling our home and auto policies, we saved over $450.
And we were shocked at the savings.
When we switched to AAA auto insurance and bundled our policies, we were able to save over $400 every year.
Switch to AAA insurance today, and you could save an average of $483 on auto insurance. Compare that to State Farm, Geico, even Allstate. Call now for your free AAA full picture quote to find out how much you could save.
Well, my passion is hang gliding. I've been doing it for over 30 years, and it's like flying. I mean, it's like everything you always dreamed about. AAA insurance helps us save more.
And do more.
The savings from AAA Insurance has allowed me to pursue my passion of making jewelry. It's great to have a little bit of extra cash to do something that you love.
To find out how much you could save by switching to AAA Insurance, call 866-460-1310 for your free AAA full picture quote today. You'll be glad you did.
Honey, where's the countertop?
I sent it out to the granite shop this morning to be replaced.
Wow,
The quickest turnaround in the business. The Granite Shop in Sedgwick.
Johnny freaking Knox, why you sitting around the camp? Sun is shining, birds are chirping, put down them fiddleheads and let's get over to A&G shooting. They got pistols, rifles, all kinds of boomsticks. They even got some flamethrowers for them brown-tailed moths. While you're at it, flip over them couch cushions and grab yourself some quarters for that wicked cool arcade. They're located right off the highway in Fairfield, right on Redneck Row, right between the truck stop and that big green tractor place. Easy in, easy out, slicker than owl crap through a funnel. So get over to A&G and tell them Bub sent ya.
The U.S. military shot down yet another high-altitude object, this one over the Great Lakes in Michigan. It's the fourth object shot out of the sky by U.S. fighter jets in just 8 days. ABC's Ika Jachi is in Washington with the latest.
This morning, new security concerns after the U.S. military shot down a fourth unidentified object flying over Michigan's Lake Huron.
We continue to assess every threat or potential threat unknown that approaches North America with the attempt to identify it.
Senior administration officials say the octagon-shaped structure was unmanned, traveling above Michigan's Upper Peninsula on Sunday at only about 20,000 feet near sensitive sites, far lower than other recent objects brought down. No early indication of surveillance capabilities on this latest object. President Biden giving the order to shoot it down out of an abundance of caution and at the recommendation of military leaders. This latest incident coming just 1 day after an F-22 fighter jet shot down an unidentified unmanned object over the Yukon. U.S. and Canadian officials ordering it shot down.
It represented a reasonable threat to civilian aircraft. Canadian and American fighter jets were scrambled, and an American F-22 successfully shot down the object.
Another unidentified object was shot down on Friday off the coast of Alaska. 3 separate incidents in less than a week since that Chinese spy balloon was shot down off the coast of South Carolina. But senior U.S. officials say these latest 3 are different from that spy balloon. None appear to have a payload, and all are smaller.
There's a bit of a we won't get fooled again going on here. It doesn't even mean that there are more of them. We're just looking for them, and so we're finding more of them.
U.S. officials are looking for the wreckage shot down in the Yukon, but the ice and weather conditions are hampering their efforts.
If you thought reflux was something you could ignore, think again. Many people with heartburn dismiss it, but it can have serious consequences. With more, here's ABC's Faith Abube.
Reflux happens when acid from your stomach moves up towards your food pipe or esophagus. This causes irritation, and if persistent, can sometimes cause scarring and narrowing of the esophagus. If the irritation is persistent, sometimes your esophagus reacts by changing its cells. This is called Barrett's esophagus. This happens more often in white men above 50 years old. Other risk factors include tobacco use, obesity, having reflux for more than 5 years, and in those with a family history of Barrett's. The danger is that when reflux causes Barrett's esophagus, the risk for cancer goes up. The bottom line is that if you have severe or persistent reflux, don't ignore it. Talk to your doctor about it. With this Medical Minute, I'm Faith Abube, ABC News.
When we return, Conrad has your 5-day forecast.
Did you know that an alpaca item is the most wish-listed gift idea? Stop searching for that perfect gift and start shopping for it at the Blue Alpaca in Belfast. It doesn't matter who's on your gift list, the Blue Alpaca has something for everyone with an incredible selection of alpaca socks, hats, sweaters, even stuffed animals and more. Shop in-store or online and take advantage of their free nationwide shipping. Too much to choose from? Don't worry, the Blue Alpaca also offers gift cards. The Blue Alpaca, feel the difference.
Honey, where's the countertop?
I sent it out to the granite shop this morning to be replaced.
Wow. The quickest turnaround in the business. The Granite Shop in Sedgwick.
Luna Family Auto Sales is a locally owned business run by a husband and wife team.
Here at Luna Family Auto Sales, we combine our passion for cars with providing service to the community and local economy. Featuring no dock or hidden fees at all, we offer financing for all credit types and service everything we sell.
Check out our website at lunafamilyauto.com.
LunaAutoSales.com.
Or come in and say hi. We'd love to meet you and introduce ourselves. Luna Family Auto Sales, 649 Stillwater Ave, Old Town.
Welcome to the Yard Goods Center in Waterville, Maine. We're a local family business since 1949. We carry over 600 different types of hand knitting yarns from Maine and all over the world. And yes, we love Barocco. Beginner or a pro, you will find all the right tools and inspiration at the Yard Goods Center. We offer knitting classes Monday through Saturday. Come to the Yard Goods Center in Waterville, Maine and become part of our family and our happy place.
The hero of last night's Super Bowl will appear in Disney's highly anticipated I'm Going to Disneyland commercial. Disney's popular Super Bowl commercial started airing nationally on major TV networks and social media following the game yesterday in Glendale, Arizona. The TV spot continues Disney's Super Bowl tradition that began in 1987 when New York Giants quarterback Phil Simms first appeared in the commercial following the team's Super Bowl title. Over the years, the biggest names in Super Bowl history have taken part in the Disney commercial. After this year's Super Bowl, Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes plans to celebrate with a magical day at Disneyland Resort in Southern California. Well, it's not at the same level as Disney, but the weather was pretty nice for getting outside yesterday. Let's check your full forecast with Conrad Sapinski and see what's in store for the rest of the week. Conrad?
All right, happy Monday, everyone. Wow, what a day yesterday for Super Bowl Sunday. Weather was amazing and the game as well. Today, though, temperatures will be slightly colder. We do have some mostly cloudy skies in the area associated with this low pressure system right about here. Now it's hovering close to Boston area, moving out of the New York area. Same thing by the Jersey coastline. They had a little bit of rain yesterday into the morning hours today, but that is starting to move out of the area. Tonight, though, into tomorrow morning, we have another quick moving system moving into the area. Some flurries and scattered snow showers here in our region. Generally, though, it's going to start to clear up, and we're looking at less than an inch for the most part. And then lots of sunshine moving back into the forecast Tuesday into Wednesday once again. So we're looking at overall less than an inch of snow, maybe a trace, and then slowly melting away with temperatures rising above freezing once again. So we do have around 5 inches of snow here in town, but take a look just up north, Millinocket, a lot more snow. There are some pockets of around 1.5 feet, even 2 feet of snow in some spots. But with the warmer temperatures, folks, things will be melting. Look at this. The last couple of weeks, we had some well above average temperatures. 40s, I feel like that was a trend. It feels more like spring outside. Still a little bit of snow on the ground, so making it look a little bit white. But it's been very, very mild. Today, above average temperatures once again. We'll be hovering in those upper 30s, mostly cloudy skies, couple of peaks of sunshine. Tonight, though, 21 degrees and a couple of scattered snow showers late, really late in the overnight hours. A light breeze out of the northeast. Generally less than an inch of snow, so barely any accumulations at that. Tomorrow, though, a couple of flurries early in the day, then lots of sunshine later on in the afternoon hours. Temperatures once again above average and in those mid-30s. Our extended forecast outlook does show those lingering flurries on Tuesday, clearing up in the day, temperatures around 36 degrees. Wednesday, though, we'll be melting the snow once again. Mostly cloudy skies, temperatures around 46, and surprise, look at Thursday, 52 degrees. Wow, what a nice, pleasant surprise for Mother Nature. Then more chances of rain Thursday night into Friday, mixing with a little bit of snow on Friday as temperatures cool off during the day. Morning high of around 44, cooling off into the 30s on Friday, and then really cooling off by the overnight hours into the single digits.
What a difference a week makes. Wind chills of below 40 below and now up to 52 degrees. I like it. That's all for ABC 7 News at noon. Thanks for watching. I'm Susan Farley. We'll see you this evening with Peter Dubois and Beth Jones on ABC 7 News at 6. I hope you have a great afternoon.
Living in Maine, many things stick with you.